Hello Geminis and welcome to your March 2025 reading. So this month is a beautiful active month. We're going into Aries. We're gonna have a solar eclipse, a lunar eclipse, full moon in Virgo with the lunar eclipse at mid-month. And that of course is our fellow Mercury ruled sign, and here in Virgo it's gonna show us the light on what has been influencing but hidden when it comes to our work habits, when it comes to our body, our home, showing us maybe what is detrimental, what we have to be aware of. And with an eclipse, that means with the capacity to clear it. And then we have the equinox, so that means we're arriving at that beautiful moment of balance where the seeds that are our truth at that moment will be planted in order to come up in the early summers, and that we're going to reap in the fall. So, of course, like another cycle, the real new year starting on the 21st, 2021. And then after, of course, we have our new moon in Aries on the 29th at the end of the month. And that's with a solar eclipse. And that new moon is going to be the time where we're putting the new seeds in our I am. This is who I am. This is where I'm aiming. This is what I'm coming to create and manifest here. So, my beautiful Geminis, as you come in the month, we have a Tower and a Ten of Swords. So, a lot of you probably already are under the side effects of a lightning. So that means like this light from above right into your way of thinking. Here's the crown. That shook down the structure of how you were able to actually feel happiness, light within all of your energetic centers. 10 of Cups. To what level were they? My capacity to feel the joy of the community, because you see there's a family on the 10 of Cups. So it's our capacity to receive, share, because the nines we accumulate to the max of ourselves, and the 10 is what we bring out there and what we get of it before we start at the 1 again. So the 10, this is when it comes to my vibration, my capacity to receive inspiration, love, to give. Also, there's a tower here. There's something that was at its peak that needed to evolve and that got shut down. And it got shut down. Under it I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It got shook down because it wasn't moving anymore. It wasn't growing anymore. So during the month, like probably during that full moon in Virgo around the 14th, here we have 3 cards in reverse. So these are the latent energies where we have acknowledgement, we have balance in the giving and receiving, and we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is when we're looking, measuring, what did I get out of what my investments until now? Is it worth continuing this? And we could be evaluating all sorts of things, but here we have a hint under the 2 of Cups, under this pack. So for many Geminis, you'll be evaluating relationships, partnerships, What are they mirroring? Is it balanced? Am I acknowledged in this? Because since you're changing your structure, you're going to change the people around you also. So there's a big, let's say that the moon is probably going to, that moon in Virgo is probably going to show you certain mirrors so that you can be conscious of these energies. At the end of the month, we have the Chariot. Paf! We're going from not moving at all to moving forward towards our aspiration, energy back. That point we're in Aries. So yes, beside that Chariot, 3 little cards went on the side. I'm going to show them to you. And I think that's what you're moving past, or finally releasing yourself from. I have juggling between here, the Devil and the 10 of Swords in reverse. And that would be the 10 of Swords in reverse. This is when we haven't come to grasp to what are exactly the beliefs that hurt us, that betrayed us, that brought, sorrows and whatnot in our mind, anxiety and so on. But we're feeling them. But we're not conscious of them because they're happening from under the water. You see what I mean? So here, and the Devil in this sense can be your ambition, can be Saturn and Capricorn, your focus and what you want to bring, or your prison and what you're codepending on or giving your power to. Whatever Saturn is trying to show you or is giving to you at this point or at this moment. But there's juggling here. My prison, my movement forward. So the shake of that prison to begin with, of your alignment, an analyzing of the mirrors in your life. And we do have Venus and Mercury retrograding. So the coming back of old connections, is it still me? Is it still, am I like this? Like they say, you look at your friends and they give you the image of where you're heading, because it's the influence, it's what is being mirrored by the matrix right now. So, if you lay down with dogs, you're going to wake up with fleas. There's this thing in there for you, Gemini. And so maybe a lot of you are noticing that some mirrors are not, they were preventing you from moving forward. Under that, I have the healing, the opening up to something new, and the releasing of maybe the old paradigm, where maybe I understood this mentally, but I wasn't able to embody it. I wasn't able to open my energy to actually receive. I wasn't completely healed about what manifested that to begin with. Bottom of the deck, it was like this, I leave it like this. There's a Pope and there's an Ace of Wands. There's that new beginning of how you're going to bring your energy and the discernment of Jupiter. Jupiter gave discernment to the Pope. And Jupiter is going to expand what you believe, what you ground. This is not in a fantasy way. It's not going to expand your fantasy. It's going to expand what you actually ground. So that's the power of the Pope, the keeper of the rituals, the Hierophant, I should say. So let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Geminis. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. help me clarify this reading for Geminis for the month of March 2025. Oops. Okay. March 2025. Okay, one last time. Okay, so the tower. Show me the tower. Show me the tower here for Gemini. Ooh, that's acrobatic. Okay. The Empress wants to come out, but I'm gonna ask them to be more clear. Okay, so we have 10 of Wands. So of course, this can be the falling of the structure you built. Because let's say that this is how you've learned to exchange energies and love and all of that with others, mixed with the 10 of Wands. This is, I've learned to scan for the expectations and needs of others. I'm carrying all of this on my shoulders, but it's only by carrying this that I will allow myself to actually receive emotionally. So, and that kind of brought a lot of sadness and grieving. So here the Tower is working on your individual structure of your worth and your value and the flow of life. Now that's interesting. The difference between being in the flow and carrying everything on our shoulders. Being in the flow, you see there's no characters on the card, because this is the natural movement of life, of fire, of will, the will of life to grow through one event to another, naturally, without even thinking about it. It's going to send the energy always towards grow, change, evolution, and so on. But sometimes what can be preventing us, so that tells me that that Tower was very enlightening for you, Gemini, because it is showing you the deep grief that was blocking you and what can actually create the movement again. So let's look at that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, that was quick. They kept this. Very hard to move forward when we have 10 wands on our shoulders. But here is the Star. So that Tower was like a aha moment. Maybe it came through a shock, an uncomfortable situation where, oh my God, I'm seeing it. And it actually brought you an Ace of Cups, a little extra flow that came down. The Ace of Cups that should come after the 10. So if you were stuck there for a while, here, the Ace is starting your new cycle. You might be juggling a bit because you still have that 10 wands. And that's probably why during the month here, there is going to be a moment of trying to figure out so that this can move easily forward, aligned with who you are. So, okay, let's look at why is the 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles in reverse here. during the mid-month. So this is during that full moon in Virgo. It's because the tower is not finished. Tower. You can, and that tower is gonna bring a lot of clarity. That tower is gonna probably burn down these wands and allow for the expansion. Because these energies needs to be embodied for you to be able to expand. We cannot hold on to old waters. That's going to kill our fire. So the Two of Cups, maybe some of you will meet new people. You will clear old ones. Maybe you've already started doing it. But you might meet new people that will fit more with the new you. And your old habit might want to come in. You know, like, oh, let's scan what they need and see if I can carry that in order to allow myself to receive that love. But then it will be no. So maybe a bit of conflict in the applying of this. Beautiful. The consciousness of when I wasn't able to apply it. I wasn't able to apply unconditional worth. So of course I learned to carry a lot of on my shoulders to compensate for it. Compensate for me not being enough. I'm conscious of it because of a new mirror maybe. Or an old one on a new dynamic, but shown by a mirror, shown by a connection. And it's going to become clear to you. Let's look at that Chariot. Ooh, okay. Well. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune. And it's with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So that Ten of Cups with the Tower probably, started spilling downward. And the Wheel of Fortune here is understanding maybe the difference between the Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. When you're looking at this Four of Cups, and that was probably the situation before where you weren't allowing that Ace of Cups because you never had it before. And you were stuck in that last cycle of cups here. Nine of Cups, it's like I'm in complete receptiveness. You want to send me 10 other cups? Bring it on. The guy, the masculine, the rational part of us, he doesn't even have to do anything. He doesn't have to carry people's luggage in order to receive. He's sitting with his arm crossed. You cannot be more passive than this. It's a passive masculine because he's in receptivity. His cups are all towards the sky, elevated. So that means they're not receiving what they've already manifested, what has already touched the ground. They're receiving what will be aligned with his higher self. That's why he's in his white dress. Aligned with his passionate, expanding mind. That's the hat of the Six of Pentacles, balanced guy. It's the hat of the Two of Wands, outside of my comfort zone. So here we have a beautiful shift, movement of the Wheel of Fortune because we're understanding this part. So here, the Devil with the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. But since here it's being, or maybe leftover illusions, but here we see that the Ten of Swords is upright. We would need an Ace of Swords though. That would make things easier. But what is the Devil here? Talking of the red hat, 2 wands. And here's our Pope. Yeah. Now, instead of juggling between the before and maybe a possibility, but I'm in and out in it because I haven't grasped really what the price I'm paying for remaining where I am. Now there's an opening because there's an empowerment of my discernment. 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords. So here's the 4 of Swords is probably going to be the end of that transformation and starting to make it grow in an easy manner, in a new way. So Gemini, this is opening, it's like an alignment of, or a shift of your aspiration. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you discover a new passion through realizing the disappointments of the old one, why it was like that, how you never got your due, how you never got your acknowledgement. Things are going to become clear. And so there might be this readjustment of your purpose, readjustment of your alignment, of what you want to invest and grow here. I'm going to call this readjustment of your purpose. Because usually the Tower is for that anyway. It's just to shift us in our solar plexus. It's on the level of the solar plexus. Shift us to be more aligned with who we truly are. So, but with the Chariot and the Star, we have that alignment part. Soul's purpose, what we came here to achieve, our success in that sense. So, yeah, beautiful. So on this, my amazing Geminis, I am sending you all my love and light. And of course, if you want a private reading or the book on tarot, tarot and the Tree of Life, or the tarot course, you go on mysticwitch.com. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon and the full moon, that means our new moon in Aries at the end of the month and the full moon in mid-month in Virgo, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And on this, don't forget to subscribe and comment and all of that to help the channel. And on this, I'm sending you all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.